would you expect LSU to make the college football playoff semifinal? They run the table, win the SEC conference.
No, absolutely not. You said LSU?
I did.
Absolutely not. I mean, we've already. Well, say if they run the table, I don't know because I'm in the pro chaos party right now because I don't. Mm-hmm. This is what I'm prognosticating for every conference that nobody besides maybe Alabama is going to show up. And also, I guess Clemson is going to show up and be great. Like I think that with how say the Big Ten is going to rush their season, somebody's going to drop a game to somebody that they shouldn't. But I say that they shouldn't. But we all know there's a whole lot of cutting and not a whole lot of measuring right now. So yeah, I guess it's possible.
Your favorite thing. That's your favorite thing. Yo, man, can you measure that just one more time? What do you mean measure? I didn't measure it the first time.
Yeah, no, I know. Like the time for measuring is done. We said no more measuring. But if you're LSU, I mean, first off, we already know LSU is going to be a probably a 500 squad. So I don't see where even if they do run the table, they're running the table against other 3 and 4 loss squad teams anyway.
Ooh,
it's not a great resume.
Ooh, yeah. All right, so this is where this gets interesting for me because like ampersand you, I don't think it's very good. I think that Kellen Mond is actually bad. Auburn is just a little bit better than ampersand you, and they are. I can't believe I'm saying this about Gus Malzahn and his football team. They're a quarterback away from being great.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm not sure that Kentucky wouldn't beat LSU this year. Like, I'm serious. And Kentucky basically only plays defense. And they want the ball, but just so that, they can have some measure of ball control. Not because they understand they're going to do anything with it. They're just trying to give the defense a breath. Because, like, I look at the SEC and I watched a dude from Stanford walk in to Mississippi State, fumble the ball twice, throw a pick, and still throw for 623 yards on an LSU defense coached by Bo Pelini. I can't help but think that LSU team is, one, if they ran the table and they made the playoff, the fate that they would have is the one that Oklahoma had last year, which is just you're going to get embarrassed because you're just not that good, and you have conned people into thinking you're that good. And in some ways, I kind of want that to happen, right? Because as a dude that studies, watches, is deep into the fabric of OU football, I did not sign up to be the Buffalo Bills of college football. And yet, I feel like that's what OU football is.
Oh, man, I mean, that's so much of college. Like, that's almost the entire college football experience. People should be blessed to be the Buffalo Bills of college. I mean, we're talking about the Four Falls of Buffalo Bills, right?
Mm-hmm. We are.
Yeah.
Barb Levy's Buffalo Bills.
Yes, thank you. Like, everybody should be very happy to have a Jim Kelly, Thurman Thomas, Andre Reed type team every year.
You would think so. You really would. And I get that logic because you win a whole hell of a lot more than you lose. But when you lose when it matters most to win. And I don't think those two things offset. I really don't. I like we say it a lot, can't be me. But man, like that's Georgia's experience in the SEC for years. Remember how good them Mark Richt football teams were? Get to the SEC title game and get destroyed? What?
See, once again, this is why we miss NCAA football on Xbox or PlayStation because you could prove how good you were with a team that is good.
Right.
They got a winning record. They got the recruits. They got the players that go to the NFL. Man, maybe they don't win the big game, but when they're in my hands, they absolutely do. And at that point, like everybody knows it. Oh man, somebody picked Georgia again. Back out. Not me though.
No. Ron would go to work on me with TU when I would pick like Florida and Tim Tebow. Like Ron actually knows what to do with the sticks, but I also was like, just give me a quarterback that's got moderate awareness and wheels, and I'm gonna run empty. And then I'm going to wait for you to back off with the computer, and then I'm going to go pick up my first down.
You say that you just pick teams that have 90 speed linebackers, and that's fine. That's good. That's a good strategy. That gets you more wins and losses.
Computer got to make those plays, man. On defense, the computer got to make those plays.
I'm about to say you can't control all 11.
Man, look, friggin' Marshall in 2003. I remember this because Joey Harrington was on the cover of NCAA. My God, you want to talk about trash? Like, all right,
He was pretty good. He was pretty good on the Ivories.
The most trash player ever to grace a jewel box gotta be Joey Harrington. Like even more than Peyton Hillis from Madden. Seriously, give it a think.
No, that's right. Like I know this is radio, this is live, but I'm about to look this.
I don't look it up.
I have
no
gotta see it.
No, do it. And while you're doing that, I remember Joey Harrington on the cover of this 2003 because that's the NCAA football game I played until it broke. And it broke me because I would pick Marshall precisely because Byron Leftwich was the quarterback. Not because I knew a damn thing about Marshall, Thundering Herd, Huntington, West Virginia, We Are Marshall, none of that stuff. That all I predate We Are Marshall. I predate Matthew McConaughey showing up to my favorite university to save it from itself. I predate that. So Byron Leftwich had some hitters at wide receiver that I can't remember the names of, right? And I started playing with him almost immediately after he was so cold that offensive lineman went back to pick him up after a pass because he couldn't walk so that he could run the offense from the shotgun and throw the damn football. That's how cold Byron Leftwich was. So I'm like, cool, that's my squad. They had a safety on that 2003 roster that had no business intercepting footballs, but had this glitch, because everybody know the glitch, where you would throw a pass and you swear to God that it's going to hit the receiver and this safety would dive forward, laid out as you rifled this football and catch it with his hands. And I used to piss people off so much because that dude was on defense and Marshall. I was like, that's not why I picked the squad. You got to take it up with EA. Like Electronic Arts did that. I didn't do that. Yo, man, I think we need to quit though, because you know that's cheating. You just heard me tell you I didn't do that. You know that the cursor was not around him. You know that that's the computer deciding, no, he's going to make this play. And that was how NCAA worked for so long. And then they started. Okay. Go ahead.
So, all right, down this rabbit hole. You said Joey Harrington. Most sorry. We're saying like as we've left college football and we go into doing something professional other than sports, right?
He was at Detroit for a while, right?
Yeah. All right. So let's go through it. I'm going to go from these are just throwing these out here from the most recent. Denard Robinson. How you feel about that?
Sorry.
Okay. Robert Griffin III.
Good.
Tim Tebow.
Good.
Not Michael Crabtree. Mark Sanchez.
Sorry.
Owen Schmidt from West Virginia.
Sorry.
Jared Zabransky.
Oh man. He gets it over on the strength of the Fiesta Bowl. Like he ran that Statue of Liberty. Nah, he can have it.
Okay, all right, fine. Let's go have a never forget moment.
Right.
And it's pretty much all hitters until we get to Joey Harrington. How you feel about Chris Winkie?
Nah, Winkie was cold.
Danny Warfel. So you didn't like Joey Harrington at Oregon? This is neither here nor there. We're not going to litigate the past, but you.
No.